Hello everybody and welcome to the Giant
remaining.
Bomb Dota 2 Community Tournament Season 2.
5 seconds
I'm
remaining.
OP, your caster, today here with Haus versus 90s NyxTape.
Reserve time.
Haus picking already to ban out the Bristleback and Shadow Shaman, with NyxTape counter-banning the Lycan Doom. Haus picking up Skywrath Mage as first pick, a really strong character right now in this patch. Really great, possibly a mid nuker
Radiant
or
team
a
pick.
support who's just going to do extra damage as he gets those levels and as he gets that level 6. Faceless Void not being picked up or banned in the first phase, neither is Razor, so really surprising to see here two of the more aggressive, ultimate focused heroes not picked up yet. But 90s NyxTape picking that Treant Protector, so looking to defend against push,
10 seconds
heal up
remaining.
those towers, and have a great initiation with Overgrowth.
5 seconds remaining.
I think they're going to look up to maybe pick up another aggressive support, maybe try lane,
Reserve
use this
time.
Leech Seed to secure a first blood in the lane, maybe second blood. Leech Seed being a great spell at level 1, healing you up as you continue to do damage, and as I say, Faceless Void's not
Dire
picked up.
team
He's picked up by 90s NyxTape. A great hero, Chronosphere, great Treant ultimate, great at setting up the Chronosphere, and as long as Faceless Void just gets to farm that lane and farm those items, get that Mask of Madness up, he's going to be really scary. Skywrath Mage, kind of good against Faceless Void in the sense that he can just drop that Mystic Flare in the way on top of whoever Faceless Void really
10
wants to focus
seconds
in that
remaining.
Chronosphere if he's not caught in it.
5
So maybe a
seconds
silencer going to
remaining.
come out from Haus, just something to stop the free Chronosphere Treant Protector, or a
Reserve
good counter
time.
initiation. Earthshaker also kind of
Dire
fitting this
team
role of
ban.
counter initiation. Fissure going inside of the Chronosphere, gonna hopefully stun out the Faceless so he can't just free bash on who's ever trapped in the Chronosphere. So I'm thinking they're going to ban
10
a
seconds
great
remaining.
synergy heroes with Void, because Void is the type of carry that you build a team
5
around
seconds
with
remaining.
Chronosphere. Just you want to pick up someone like Witch Doctor, whose ultimate synergizes really well with Void.
Reserve
So
time.
I'm thinking Haus is going to ban maybe a Witch Doctor or maybe an Enigma, someone else with a huge teamfight ultimate to kind of set up the Void ult, or maybe ban out a Tide Hunter here. So we're going to have to wait and see. Haus kind of taking their time, banning out the Death Prophet, so banning out push. Death
Radiant
Prophet,
team
if she is stuck in the Faceless Void ultimate, her ghosts are still going to do damage, so it makes sense to ban her out here. Maybe ban out the push. Don't want to lose towers early if you're not picking a great counter push lineup, which Skywrath Earthshaker
10
really isn't
seconds
that, so
remaining.
you've got to stop this push. With Shadow Shaman
5 seconds
banned out
remaining.
already, Death Prophet not. He's another great push to ban out for Haus.
Reserve time.
And I think Haus it needs to pick their carry soon. Okay, Sniper being banned
Dire
out.
team
90s
banned.
NyxTape wants to force Haus to pick a melee carry, someone who just can't sit in the back and plink all day at Faceless Void or at whoever they're going to lane mid. So
10
I'm looking to
seconds
see
remaining.
I'm looking to see the Witch Doctor ban, or I really feel like he's going to
5
be picked up by
seconds
90s
remaining.
NyxTape. Aghanim's upgrade on Witch Doctor really strong
Reserve
inside of the
time.
Faceless Void ultimate if Faceless can catch more than 1 or 2 in the Chronosphere. I mean, or they could start banning out some other mids here. They've already banned out the Death Prophet, so possibly banning out Brewmaster.
Radiant
Another
team
great
banned.
hero with a great stun who would again set up for this Chronosphere, but I don't. Maybe that's where you could have seen 90s NyxTape go, but I just I don't know. We'll never know. We won't get to see the Brewmaster.
10 seconds remaining.
So 90s NyxTape just banning out a lot of tank, a lot of guys who are going to stay alive in the
Radiant
Chronosphere,
team
so
pick.
that Void can just go in there and blow some people up. Now, Haus needs to pick up counter initiation here against Treant Protector, against Faceless Void. They need someone. Maybe a silencer would be good, depending on who's picked up right now for 90s NyxTape. I think silencer, silence, shutting down the Void Ultimate or stopping the Void Ultimate after the Overgrowth would be huge counter initiation. Viper being picked up by 90s NyxTape. Poison Attack, great spell. Gonna force Mouse House to maybe not get a melee in their farm lane. So with the Vengeful Spirit picked up by Mouse House, that means the Skywrath, unless they're running duos, which they may be doing, Skywrath Mage is going to be mid, going to be getting that farm. And if he's mid against Viper, I don't know if that's really a lane that a Skywrath Mage can win. Viper being designated mech carrier here for the Radiant.
10 seconds
but we'll see.
Remaining.
We'll see who 90s NyxTape needs to pick up next. They just need to fill out their lineup with support.
Remaining.
So I'm thinking, again, the Witch Doctor synergy here is what I would just love to see from 90s NyxTape. Especially against this lineup, like catching someone with Cask into Witch Doctor Ultimate. Witch Doctor could even solo, like maybe a Vengeful Spirit or an Earthshaker if they can't get their stuns off in time. Or if the Cask is bouncing between them and a creep, or just each other as they're going to set up to try to gank and get some early aggression in. So we're just going to take a little minute here and wait for 90s NyxTape to fill out their lineup here. Maybe getting a mid and another support. Rubik being picked up. Great spells for Rubik to steal in this game. Magic Missile is great. Fissure or Echo Slam, also great steals. And anything from the Skywrath to nuke or increase magic damage here for 90s NyxTape is going to do a lot for them. So Rubik is a safe support. Not the Witch Doctor that I wanted to see, but he stops a lot of the big ultimate pickups from Mouse House, so
remaining.
Maybe they'll be reluctant to maybe try a jungle Enigma or something against the Rubik.
Reserve time.
Mouse House taking their time with this pick as they should. I think they're going through their hero list. Timbersaw, the pickup.
Radiant team
not
banned.
that strong in lane against a Viper, against an agility hero, not a strength hero, but will do a lot against the Treant Protector ganks. Reactive armor will help with the tanking for Timbersaw a bit, but Viper just poison attack. If he's stuck in lane against the Viper, poison attack is probably going to bully this Timbersaw out of lane.
Reserve time.
But I think Timbersaw will be the mech carrier here for Mouse House. They need someone tanky because Vengeful Spirit and Earthshaker are just going to get blown up inside the Chronosphere before Mechanism can go off. So maybe we'll see Treant Protector with that Mechanism this game. I think it would be a smart move. But that'll leave Timbersaw. He's already got the built-in damage, so item optimization is just tank. So Mechanism makes sense here. 90s NyxTape banning out the Razor, the Ags upgraded Razor. A terrifying guy to see push down your lanes and push into your towers. As soon as he gets that Aghanims, T3 towers will just melt to that Ags upgrade on Razor. So a strong ban for 90s NyxTape, trying to stop Mouse House from getting any of the push that they themselves had banned. Any of the remaining push. So Mouse House, questioning whether to ban another support or mid, going with Nyx Assassin, don't want any of that stealth anymore, get behind the lines and kill these squishies, so a pretty solid ban. But it leaves Bounty Hunter open as a possibility for 90s NyxTape. Bounty Hunter with track, maybe going in and shutting down some of this support roam that that Mouse House is gonna want to do. I think Bounty Hunter will...
10 seconds remaining.
If Mouse House picks another no-tank lane hero, then Bounty Hunter would be a great counter to the lineup, as long as he's not getting stunned out or not the first to initiate. But the vision he would provide would be great for setting up the Faceless Void Chrono. So instead they go with the Gyrocopter, a great ultimate call down inside of the Chronosphere. More of that team damage, which is what I wanted to see. Chronosphere and Faceless being so powerful and making so much happen for teams that it's something that you want to, again, build your team around.
10 seconds remaining.
Mouse House needing something to counter-initiate here, and we'll see what they pick. They've got 2 seconds. And another 30 seconds of bonus time. Dragon Knight, so Dragon Knight here is tanky, can't really be blown up inside that Chronosphere. Void will have to take its time with Dragon Knight, but Dragon Knight picked up here looking like Mouse House needs push, I think is why they picked the Dragon Knight. So he's going to go mid, which means this is a tri-lane Skywrath Mage, Earthshaker, Vengeful Spirit, or these are duo lanes. So we'll see how Mouse House lanes this. While 90s NyxTape running that tri-lane face, or wait, they're going to off-lane the Faceless and tri-lane with the Gyrocopter? Gyrocopter, great for getting kills, and Faceless versus Timbersaw, I don't think Faceless will do that well. So we'll see how they lane this. So we're going to see 90s Nyx Assassin on the Radiant, Deus on the Viper, John
prepare for battle.
Bordleon on the Void here, the guy you got to watch. No Daddy No on the Rubik. Blackmore on the Gyrocopter, and Kamik on the Treant Protector. And then for Mouse House, you have Porgo on the Earth Spirit, Jew on the Vengeful Spirit going top lane, Good News on the Skywrath Mage, and Blizzards on the Timbersaw. So Timbersaw going against this tri-lane with Gyrocopter.
30 seconds to battle.
Dragon Knight looks like being in the tri-lane in the bottom lane, which is going to give them a lot of stun in the bottom lane. So if that's what they want to do, they want to pick up a lot of stun and try to get a gank off here on the Void. That makes sense. Really aggressive positioning coming out from Mouse House, hoping to catch anybody level 1 with all of this stun that they're packing, even behind the T1. I don't think Viper is easy to kill at level 1, but we'll find out if Mouse House really wants to try to get this greedy, try to get this bold. Stun coming out on the Viper. I think it's going to be too far away for the Dragon Knight to try to get the reactive to try to get the Dragon Tail on. Viper getting the tree armor here. First blood going to the Viper with Vengeful Spirit dying to the creep wave. Dragon Knight trying to get a last hit off, but Visage getting the salve, staying alive, and getting a double kill on the Dragon Knight, while Skywrath Mage goes down to the Treant Protector in the jungle. So a devastating 3-person death with the Greed in the middle lane, costing Mouse House everything that they had in the early game, giving 2 kills to the Venom and to the Viper here in the mid is terrifying. Viper already getting boots, ring, and the mechanism, the headdress recipe, all in the first minute 20 seconds. So Skywrath having nothing in this lane besides 4 tangos and a mantle of intelligence against Boots, Headdress, Viper at the 1 minute 120 mark. So huge mistake from the Dire here to try to go aggressive behind that T1. Stunning the Viper nowhere near the positioning for the team to quickly engage and do damage. If we look at the net worth, we already see Viper just towering over the rest of the team, as he's probably going to be free farming against the Skywrath Mage. Dragon Knight getting low to the solo Faceless Void in the lane. Faceless Void level 3, Dragon Knight still barely level 1. Earthshaker getting a stun on the Viper, being on the wrong side of the fissure to let Skywrath, who is already kind of out of range, already behind the tower, try to come up and make something happen, but not enough room, not enough space. And only level 3, so he's got 2 levels on Arcane Bolt. That's not that much damage against a Viper who already has 2 levels in Corrosive Skin, getting 15% magic resistance with that quick level 4, all that experience gained during the gank in the mid. So much of a level advantage. Almost 1,000 gold ahead of everyone else in the game, besides the Gyrocopter, who is just dominating the farm in this bottom lane. Gyrocopter already finishing that Bassy, Rubik getting Magic Stick with a smoke, so it looks like he was hoping to go and gank a lane if they all weren't crushing already. Skywrath finally getting a bottle, hoping to throw some harassment on the Viper, who's almost finished with mech, 400, 500 gold away from Mechanism at the 4-minute mark. Meanwhile, Timbersaw has pretty much no items. Viper now going and getting an Invis rune, maybe gonna go gank top lane with the Faceless Void.
Invisibility!
Nope, coming back, probably going to make something happen against Skywrath mid here. Yep, letting Skywrath go ahead and push out, maybe walk down off the high ground, and probably going to see him get blown up by Viper here. Yep, Viper already starting, initiating, no silence coming out, just harassing Skywrath out of lane, not needing to get a kill here after already being fed 2 kills. Faceless Void being initiated on, double stun in the top lane, but living armor coming out, protecting him from a lot of the damage that would come out here, being auto attack damage from the Earthshaker, from the Vengeful Spirit, so great reactions from the tree here, keeping Void alive and a threat in lane. Treant Protector just jungling, his presence not really needed in any lane, so just spreading out the experience gain on the Radiant team for 90s NyxTape. Agricola being picked up by Gyro. A great item, gonna secure his last hitting, which he's already second on the net worth charts. Dragon Knight actually coming out ahead in net worth over Faceless Void right now, only slightly. The difference here being that Faceless is getting a lot of the solo experience, while Dragon Knight is splitting experience at least between 2. And with Faceless Void's ward here, that I think he's going to be safe from any aggression. You see, just as soon as Vengeful Spirit walks over, he's already walking backwards every time. Timbersaw being forced out of lane again. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd time he's been forced out of lane, so Gyrocopter, Rubik just bullying a lot of range while he just is trying to get close and last hit. He's only level 5 too, so solo farming Void level 5 and Timbersaw level 5, so about even as far as the offlaners in this match go, except that Void's about 600 farm ahead of the Timbersaw. 3-man gank coming here on the Viper. They smoked up looking for this. Stun coming out on the Viper, landing the silence. Second stun following up. Magic, bonus to magic damage coming out, but Rubik, 2 TPs coming in. Rubik and Faceless Void here. Faceless Void level 6, wanting to set up these Chronos, wanting to kill 3 squishy heroes here with assistance of the Rubik, doing a lot of damage, going to
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
reduce the damage coming out. So Void just looking, pings coming out, looking to jump the Vengeful
Radiant's
Spirit
top
on the high
tower is
ground.
under attack.
Dragonite now going to take this opportunity to try to get more farm here, try to get level 6, maybe push this tower while 3 people are focused on the mid lane. The team back here needs to be careful. So Void can actually just jump in and chrono them back
Dire's
here
structures are
and
fortified.
nuke them down outside of tower range. So the Dire needs to push up slightly into the tower range, but not so close that the Viper here is just gonna poison them and just kill them. So Mechanism back up on Viper. It looks like they want to push this tower, mid tower at 285 HP. So pretty close to going down already with Glyph being used by the Dire. Faceless Void coming in over from the right, getting a 2-man chrono. Getting stunned though by the Earthshaker, but it doesn't matter. 1 bash on the Skywrath Mage, killing him. Vengeful Spirit getting caught out by the Viper. Timbersaw TPing in, trying to be a hero here. Viper just focusing him down, while Earthshaker not enough mana to Fissure. So Fissure coming out late from Earthshaker, just not enough mana. Timbersaw TPing kind of a little bit aggressively at the T1. He should have just let that T1 fall and just came in, Timber chained in after the fact and tried to clean up some of these kills. Dragonite getting level 6, pushing the T1 top tower, forcing rotation out from the Dire. Viper, though, near the easy camp. Ward spotting him out there, so pings coming out, spotting the Viper, spotting the aggression, 4-man push in the top lane, making space for this gyrocopter here to either get ganked or keep pushing, with the T1 bottom at roughly a fourth of its HP also. So a lot of pushing going on from the 90s Nyx Assassin in the early game. A lineup that is only going to get scarier as the game goes on, and as they get more levels on the tree here. Viper getting overextending, it looks like a little bit too much, but even the nuke from the Skywrath and the stun from the Venge, not enough damage here to do it. Viper at 90 HP coming and not afraid to attack the tower here, while it looks like almost a full team wipe as a Timbersaw goes down to the gyrocopter in the bottom lane. So that's at least one T1 tower bottom, possibly another T1 tower top. So
Dire's
maybe
top tower is under
all
attack.
T1 towers for the Dire going down in the first 10 minutes.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Void finishing Midas here, wants to extend this advantage that he has, not really feeling afraid of what the Dire has to offer here, and also not thinking that he needs to get more items, that he needs to rush the Mask of Madness. He thinks, I want to get money, and then in 15 minutes have the Mask of Madness instead of right now. So interesting pickup. I think he could have done damage here, and I think if he would have picked up damage, they would have been able to push the T2 earlier. But with this aggression and with the other damage dealers for 90s Nyx Assassin starting to come online, it's going to be scary. You know, if Void at the 16 minute mark, once he gets level 11, gets level 2 in that Chronosphere, increases the duration enough to probably kill 2 of the squishy heroes here in the lane. TP's coming out from Radiant, responding to the bottom lane. Dragon Knight gonna get caught out here by the Rubik, I think. Rubik picking up... Oh, never mind. Rubik getting initiated on. Tree hitting level 6, using that ultimate. Gyrocopter also using his ultimate level 6. With Flat Cannon going to do a ton of damage with Rocket Barrage, with Flat Cannon on the Dire lineup. Just melting anybody within range of the Gyrocopter. So they pick off the Rubik here. They get a kill, secure a kill, but at the cost of 3. So 3 for 1 trade for the Dire. Venge here getting Leech Seed, getting stunned out here. Already at half HP, so not a lot of health on this hero. So just more pokes like this easily get the Venge afraid of the swap, knowing full well if you swap, you're gonna die. So Skywrath thinking he can be a hero, get the DD rune. Viper coming out, counter-initiating on him. A good fissure here, cutting off the Viper and the Void away from the rest of the team, but that's the whole team for the Radiant. So maybe wanting to split the Viper from the Void, but not the Viper and the Void together as they go in. No fear into 3 of the Dire here. Looking like they're going to dive this T2. Void missing the jump here, not slowing the Timbersaw, but still getting the Vengeful Spirit. So good initiation from the Dire, or from the Radiant here, and GG being called from Mouse House, knowing full well Void's online, he's only going to get scarier, he's going to finish his shreds, so respectable GG called from Mouse House here. Just didn't have the lane matchups to really capitalize on the Dragon Knight, and Timbersaw just being bullied too much from a Gyrocopter here. Maybe if they would have ran aggressively the Dragon Knight tri-lane in the bottom lane, I think it would have been a completely different game. I think the pacing would have been a lot better for Mouse House. I don't think they would have lost the early T1, but that being said, you know, GG. Strong game from 90s NyxTape, really synergizing some ultimates with that Void and allowing him to, while he himself not having a lot of big damage items, the Chrono just holding people in place for the Viper to nuke outside of the lineup. So NyxTape taking the victory here. I am OP, casting the Giant Bomb Community Dota 2 tournament. Thank you for watching and see you next time.